Deflection of simple beam with overhang, Part 1, using the area moment method. Welcome back again to Gilisanya Engineering Videos, your daily supply of solutions to engineering problems. If you like what you see, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time we upload new videos. Alright, in this video, we will discuss deflection of simple beam. I already had a video of this, but that was a cantilever beam wherein I solved it using the area moment, the double integration, the formula, and there was also the three moment equation. Alright, so but that was cantilever beam. So this time, let's have simple beam, and to make it more challenging, I added an overhang member, okay, beyond the right support. Okay, so let's have the data or the problem. Determine the slope and deflection at points B and E of the beam shown. So let's assume EI is constant throughout the entire beam, the flexural rigidity. So the beam is loaded with uniform load of 18 kN per meter all throughout the length, an applied couple of 270 kN at B, a concentrated load of 90 and 36 kN applied at C and D. The total length of the beam between support is 9 meters and the overhang length is 3 meters. Okay, of course, the very first step is to solve the reactions. So reactions, okay, solving for the reactions. So we have here a roller and a hinge support. A roller has one reaction and a hinge has two reactions. So let's call these reactions AV and AH for A and DV for the reaction at the roller at D. Okay, so let's take summation of moment about point A equals 0. So you have 18, the uniform load, 18 times 12 times 6 plus 90 times 7 plus 36 times 12 minus 270 minus dV times 9 equals 0. Okay, so we can solve here the vertical reaction at D, 232 kilonewtons. Then summation of process vertical 0. So we have AV plus DV is equal to 232. AV plus DV is 232 minus 18 times 12 minus 90 minus 36 equals 0. Then we have our A vertical equals 110 kilonewtons. And then summation of process horizontal equals 0. Well, obviously, our AH is equal to 0. Alright, so we have already the reactions at A and at D. So we don't have a horizontal reaction at A. Well, obviously, since the loads are all vertical. Okay, now, let's solve first the deflection at B. So using the area moment method. Okay, the first that you will do, well, most students here, they draw immediately the moment, the area, the moment diagram by parts. Okay, that should not be the case. You should do first the elastic curve, and from that elastic curve, you analyze which part should you analyze first ahead, and then what your reference, no? To what point should you take your moment diagram by parts? Okay, so let's draw it here so that will not be out of space here. Alright, A, ito yung D natin. So this is our elastic curve, just an approximate elastic curve. Well, the known points here, since D has no settlement and also A, then A and D, the points A and D will lie horizontally on this horizontal line here. Okay, so your E, of course, will have a different position. It has deflection. So this is 9 meters. Okay, so how should you start? Okay, So, whenever you use the area moment method, so you have the tangents, okay, tangent to the elastic curve. So, where should you start? What's the guide? What's the principle? All right? Now, you start at known points. The known points here are A and D. So, you draw tangent to either A or you can also have it D. It's up to you. You can have it at A or you can have it at D. Let's have it at A. Let's draw a tangent at A. Tangent to the elastic curve at A. So, this is it. Alright. Now, of course, this is determinate. We know all the reactions. With that tangent, walang problema. We can solve all the deviations. The deviation of the tangent line to the elastic curve. No problem. We can get all that at any point. We can solve that. But we will be prioritizing this one because D is known. D has no deflection, so meaning that is known. We call this the deviation of point D from the tangent line drawn through A. Alright? Now later on, we will also solve this one. Let's call this the deviation of point E from the tangent line drawn through A. And also, if we are after for the deflection at B, so you also need this deviation here. The deviation of point B from the tangent line drawn through A. But we will start from this. This is what we can solve first because D is known while B and E are unknown. They are known horizontally but not vertically. Okay? So, that's it. And by the way, this is also your slope already. No? The slope or the angle of this blue line here, tangent through A, from the horizontal is the slope of that, the slope at A. So, of course, we have to take note that two theorems involved in the area moment method. The first theorem states that the change in slope between the tangents drawn to the elastic curve at any 2 points A and D is equal to the product of EI multiplied by the area of the moment diagram between those points. So, the first theorem is for the area. The second theorem is for the deviation. The deviation of any point D relative to the tangent line drawn through any point A in the direction perpendicular to the original position of the beam is equal to the product of 1 over EI multiplied by the moment of an area about D of that part of the moment diagram between points A and D. We have discussed that. I suggest if you have not watched the first video and then you are reviewing the area moment, I suggest you watch that video. It's in our playlist. Okay, so you find there the reflection of cantilever beam. So I discussed there fully the principles behind area moment. Okay, so let's now draw the moment diagram by parts. So we want to get the deviation TDA. So I want the moment diagram between A and D only. And the centroid of those moment diagrams from D. So I will draw it about D. Let's draw the moment at D. The moment diagram at D. Dito tayo magre-reference sa D. So ito yan. Okay, so let's do first the 110. 110, this is a concentrated load. So that is triangle in shape. 110 times 9. This is it. 110 times 9. This is 1. 110 times 9. So that's 990. Okay, kilonewton meter. So I will not put the unit anymore. So the area of this can now be solved. So the area of that is 1/2 9 times 990 or 4455. And I also need the centroid of that. No? The centroid of that from the point. The point is D. The tangent is through A. The point is D. So we are solving TDA. So the centroid of that from D is 1/3 of 9. Correct? Or 1/3 of 9. That is 9 over 3. Okay, 3 meters. Then next, the uniform load. Let's do the diagram for the uniform load. Okay, up to here only. I don't need to draw the diagram on the right side. I don't need that. I only need the diagram here because I'm only after for TDA. So I don't have to draw on unless we will use it later on. All right. So let's do AD first. Okay, for the uniform load, it will be spandrel of parabola. Okay, this is the shape. 0 and then parabolic. This is second degree. The moment here is equal to 18 times 9 times kalahati ng 9 over 2. 18 times 9 times 9 over 2. That's negative 729. Negative because it bends down. Take note, I am getting the moment at D. So that is negative moment bending down. Okay? So that's a second degree curve. That's a spandrel of parabola. The area of that is 1/3 BH. 1/3 9 times negative 729 or negative 2187. And the centroid of that located from here is equal to 1/4 of this total length. 1/4. Alright, so that will be 1/4 of 9 or 9 over 4. I hope you all know the formulas for the centroids and areas of different nth degree curve. An nth degree curve, the area is 1 over n plus 1 BH. So that if you have a second degree curve, so the area becomes 1/3. And the centroid measured from the base, from one of the side here, is 1 over n plus 2. 1 over n plus 2 times B. Okay, so 1 over n plus 2 is 1/4. Second degree curve, n is 2. So 1/4 of B. Okay, so I hope you can follow that. Next, let's do the diagram for this applied couple. So that is applied couple. The diagram is just uniform. It is simple uniform. Alright, it looks like that. So that's negative 270. 6 meters the extent. This is only 6, 4 plus 2. Okay, so the area is 6 times 270 or 1,620. That's negative. I forgot to put the sign. Okay, anyway. So negative 1,620 and the centroid is 1/3 of 1/2 of 6. So that's 3 meters. And finally, another negative moment at D is the 90. The moment due to that is 90 times 2. That's negative 180 and it is triangular in shape. So 90 times 2 is negative 180. Okay, so this is 2 meters. The area of this is 1/2. 2 times negative 180 is 180. Okay, again, that's negative. That should be negative. Okay, I already made the corrections. Alright, so negative 180, negative 1,620. Okay, so that's the basic task that you should do. First, again, I will repeat, you have to draw first the elastic curve and then decide on which point should you start. So, as what I've said earlier, you should start at known points. Here, horizontally, no problem. We know the horizontal points, the vertical, the known points are A and D. So, I decided to draw the tangent through A, although you can also have a tangent through D. So, tangent through A and then I solve TDA. I cannot solve TEA yet. Although we can solve that, but we can solve that, but we cannot get the relationship to other points, no? The important thing, because if you can solve TDA, you can now solve the slope at A, and that is the key to the solution here. Anyway, let's continue. So we can now solve the deviation. All right. By the way, the centroid of this is 1/3 of 2. So 2 over 3. Okay. So we are now ready to compute the deviation. The deviation of point A to the tangent line drawn, the deviation of point D from the tangent line drawn through A TDA equals 1 over EI times the area of the moment diagram between A and D times the moment, the centroid, the first moment of area about D. So we already have the centroid, so we have no problem for that. Alright, substitute the values. So we have 1 over EI times, okay, this is it, 4455 times 9 over 3 minus 2187 times 9 over 4 minus 1,620 times 3 minus 180 times 2/3. This is it. This is it. Okay? Then, if you simplify that, it will become 3,464.25 over EI. Our answer is just in terms of EI. Alright? So, actually, if you substitute, if you have the value of EI, then you can get their mm or meter. By the way, the unit of this is kilonewton meter cube. Kilonewton meter cube, because the area of the moment diagram is kilonewton meter multiplied by the kilonewton meter squared ang area, and then multiply by the moment arm, making it kilonewton meter cube. Okay? Now, with TDA known, we can now solve this immediately. Theta A, the slope of the elastic curve at A, that will be rise over run. The rise is TDA, the run is 9. This is it. Rise over run. So it will become, divide this by 9, and this is the area. So the unit is kilonewton meter squared. Kilonewton meter squared. So you now have your theta A and TDA. Well, it was not required, but that's very important. The rotation. Alright? So, how are we going to solve for TBA? Let's now start. So, we have solved already TDA. Let's now solve for TBA so that we can solve the reflection at B. Okay? Now, to solve for TBA, let us draw the diagram. We need a diagram between points A and B only. Alright, that line only. So, I only need this part here. Nah, I'm not interested with that anymore. This only. So, as you can see, it will only involve the diagram from the concentrated load and from the uniform load. Alright, let's expand this part. Let's expand that, A and B. Okay, how much is this? Okay, no need to use ratio and proportion. No? So, this is the moment caused by the 110. So, that should be 110 times 3. Alright, this is 3 meters. So, 110 times 3 is 330. Okay, most students are using, they are using, tawag dyan, proportion to get that. That's, wag na. No? That's the diagram, moment caused by the concentrated load. And this one is the moment caused by the uniform load. So, that will be 18 times 3 times 1.5. Okay, I will show you how to get that. 18 times 3 times 1.5. Alright, that's 81. Okay, so 81. Of course, negative. 81 for this one, the other one here. Anyway, let's complete first the data. The area of this is 1/2, 3 times 330. So that's 495. Okay, and then the centroid is 1/3 of 3. So 1/3 of 3 is 1 meter. Alright, so this is 81. I already computed that. No? That is 18. This one here, look at this part. 18 times 3 times 1.5. So this is it, 81. Then the area is 1/3. So again, this is second degree curve. 1/3, 3 times negative 81. So that's negative 81. And then the centroid is 1/4 of 3 or 3 over 4. Okay. So we can now solve the deviation of point B from the tangent through A. TBA. Okay? So, our TBA is equal to 1 over EI times the area of the moment diagram times barred X from B. So, 1 over EI times 495 times 3 over 3 minus 81 times 3 over 4. Okay? That's equal to 434.25 EI. By the way, I forgot to mention this. There is a sign for the deviation. Why is this positive? What's the meaning of that? Okay, the deviation is positive if the point in the elastic curve is above the tangent. If the point in the elastic curve is above the tangent, the sign of the deviation is positive. Otherwise, it's negative. So that's the reason why we got TDA a while ago positive, and of course here TBA is also positive. All TBAs here are positive because all points in the elastic curve are obviously above this tangent line. Okay, so now that I have my TBA, so how can you solve the deflection here? This deflection delta B. How will you do that? Okay, well, most students are doing proportion. This is to that as this is to that. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Pero that's why, if you notice, I solved the theta A. Because this height here is 3 meters times theta A. That's it. You don't need to use proportion anymore. This is 3 meters from A to B horizontally. 3 times the slope, that is it. This is 3 theta A. So that your delta B is 3 theta A minus this deviation here. Okay? minus this deviation. 3 theta A is from here up to here. So 3 theta A minus the deviation TBA, that is your delta B. I hope that is clear. Again, or you can use proportion. This is to 3 meters as this is to 9. Actually, that this is to 9 is your theta A. That is why we solve na lang ahead your theta A para wala lang problema. Okay, so substitute. Theta A is already known. TBA is already known. Then this will become like that. And finally, this is your delta B. Okay, and that is your answer. Okay, so did you get that? Okay, 720.5 kilonewton meter cube. Alright, next, let's solve the slope. Let's solve the slope at B. How are you going to solve the slope at B? Alright, so again, the key or the answer is in the elastic curve. Is in here. Okay, theta A is already, the tangent through A is this. Now, you draw the tangent through B. You draw the tangent through B. Approximate or not, it doesn't matter. But please don't just draw it horizontally. Try to draw it na talagang sasadyain mo na incline. Okay, that red line there is a tangent through B. Tangent through B. Now, from the second theorem, we can solve this change in slope here. This one. This is your theta AB. That is from the second theorem. So what we want is the angle of this red line, red tangent, from the horizontal. This is it. This is your theta B. So how are you going to solve for that? Okay? Now, take note, we already know the angle of this blue line, this blue tangent from the horizontal. That is your theta A. So meaning theta B is equal to theta A minus theta AB. Okay? Did you get that? Alright. So theta A is already known. This is the theta A. We need now theta AB, and that's very easy because theta AB is 1 over EI multiplied by the area of the moment diagram. Only the area of this. Alright, so theta AB is 1 over EI times the area of the moment diagram between A and B. And the areas are already known. So 1 over EI times 495 minus 81, that's 414, okay, kilonewton meter squared over EI. So finally, theta B is equal to 384.917 minus 414 over EI, okay? And that is equal to 29.083 kilonewton meter squared over EI. That's the answer for the slope at E. Okay? So, I hope you learned a lot from this. Okay? So, I hope you learned a lot from this video. I will cut this first. Watch out for part 2. We will solve the slope and the reflection at point E. And then also, watch out also because we will solve this problem without the area moment. This process will make it complicated, but we can get rid of this. We don't have to do the diagram. You only need the equation, and fortunately, especially dito sa Pinas, allowed yung calculator na tawag dyan, yung Canon na may integration. We can use integration to solve the areas instead. I will show that in the next parts. Alright? So, I hope you learned a lot from this video. Those who are reviewing, those who are taking the board exam, or just reviewing for your finals exam sa school ninyo, I hope this will help you a lot. Okay? So, thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay? So, thank you so much for watching.